Good morning. I'm just getting some tea ready, and I figure it takes a few minutes for people to come in here anyways. We're about to start how I start all of my days, which is with a little yoga and perhaps some Qigong, which is also known as Taoist yoga. Yoga comes from India, Qigong comes from China, both ancient practices focusing internally, enabling the mind to focus on breath and body simultaneously. Start to get your interconnected conscious awareness of how your internal and external realities are harmonizing together. You're manifesting, consciously or unconsciously. We are a mental and emotional vibration, and it's very, very detailed, and there is a tremendous amount of it, and you'll never get to the bottom of it, but you can at the very least start to invest in yourself and to increase your health and happiness, which is a slippery slope up, as long as you maintain the consistency. And your first few weeks, if you're not a regular practitioner of yoga or Qigong or meditation, the first few weeks is definitely going to be the hardest. After that, it gets quite a bit easier. And because you're able to witness how much it benefits you. And that ends up becoming, it's like brushing your teeth. I'm sure as a kid, you probably didn't love brushing your teeth. But then as you got older and you realized how painful cavities are and how truly horrific it is to lose a tooth or get a root canal or whatever, you start to realize how absolutely vital it is to brush your teeth every day. Yoga and Qigong and meditation are the exact same thing, but it's for brushing the whole of your insides, from your organs to your tissues, your nervous system or your mind, your circulatory system, your bloodstream where your emotions will be flowing. All that stuff needs to be cleaned at a regular basis. And we don't have a brush for it. You can't really get inside the body here, right? So what you have to do is you have to brush things with what's already in there. You have to brush with the muscles and the tissues with the tissues and all of that stuff, as well as with your breathing. Now our breath is what connects us internally and externally. It's the constant consumption that you have to have in order to survive. More important than food, water, clothing, shelter, friendship, even love. You need to keep breathing. The body can survive without food for a few weeks, without water for a few days, cannot survive without breath for more than a few minutes. So recognize how incredibly important the breath is. And that it's automatic. A lot of people think, I don't need to practice breathing. But it's manual too, and we're going to show you today how just a few breaths, large breaths, expanding your lung capacity, and different posture adjustments can shift the overall way that you think, the way that you feel, and thus the way that you act or go about your life. If you go about through life stressed, anxious, depressed, you're probably going to take a lot of action or not take action with that sort of frequency, thus investing in that reality. And you don't want to do this because it's a miserable reality. Now, granted, we all have to go through the process and learn our lesson, so to speak. But I'm telling you that you do not need to hit rock bottom. You don't need to struggle and suffer. That is not your birthright. No matter what you project of yourself or others or the world, life is about living. And so this is how you're going to be able to live that much longer with a calm state of being, as well as an exalted or energized state, because you're going to realize how a practiced breath and conscious motion will keep you at an even keel, while at the same time increase your energy in ways in which you never imagined. Because the truth about it is, all of us are energy. When people say, oh, I don't have any energy, or I feel really tired, it's not because you don't have any energy. It's because things that you've consumed in the past, physically, mentally, and emotionally, have blocked up your system, somewhere inside of your system, in your organs or your tissues, your circulatory system, your nervous system, somewhere there's a blockage. And we need to remove that blockage. in order for the energy to start flowing again, for you to feel more in harmony with the flow of the energy system in which you are. More than a physical being, you are more an energetic and mental being, though we don't practice that awareness very much. We don't practice it, maybe for a series of different reasons. I think it's simply because it takes a tremendous amount of patience, and it's tough going into your own darkness, going into where you cannot see, where there might be some painful feelings still harboring themselves from your past, maybe even from your ancestors' past or your past lives, that you're still holding on to and need to make sense of, so that you can live a more free and abundant life. So that's basically what we're doing in our yoga and Qigong practice. I have Catherine here today, and she's going to be joining with. Catherine also teaches yoga and Qigong, sometimes alongside with me, sometimes on her own. But we usually start our days with a morning practice with some tea and these internal focusing, and every single day tends to follow suit with a nice feeling of calm and energy and focus, and so that's what we're going to be doing. So go ahead.
Is there a little more milk?
No.
No.
This is the rest of it. You saved it for me.
I did. Just curious.
All right, so you don't necessarily need a yoga mat, but you'll need some sort of safe and padded-ish space for you to practice on. You don't need to be an expert in yoga. Yoga is not about being an expert. It's not about being super flexible, though a lot of people, show off those moves. People are really advanced along the yoga path. I'm not necessarily, I've been doing this since 2012. I'm not doing all the advanced moves. That's not my focus. My focus with yoga is be able to manage myself and all the other things that I do with my life, which does that very well and can work for anybody. It's not about being good about yoga is why you practice. It's about being good about being a human being. All right, I'm going to put on the wide-angle lens so you can see more of me, and we'll get started. If you like, you can post questions or comments below. This class is for cost. It's kind of like donation cost. It's not absolutely necessary, but I do appreciate $8 to $12 sliding scale honor system that you can send to me via PayPal or Venmo, whatever means works. Facebook Pay won't work because apparently it only works in the States, and I put that I live outside of the States now. So sit cross-legged. Start cross-legged. And if this posture is uncomfortable for you, that's okay. Switch the cross to the legs. If that's still uncomfortable, bring your legs out straight. It's actually not important that you sit this way. It's more important that your spine is free. So just keep it away from anything. Don't be leaning on any backrests or any walls behind you. And we're going to bring our hands palms face down on the knees or in the lap. I want you to just close your eyes and take a moment, focusing inward. I want you to notice and observe what you're thinking and what you're feeling, physically as well as emotionally, right now. And no need to critique or judge in any way. Yoga is about the practice of observing the body, the mind, the emotions, and the breath. So remembering what you're thinking, what you've been thinking, what you've been feeling, notice how your posture is without changing it. How are you holding yourself right now? You probably noticed that you weren't attentive to that. Maybe you're slumping a little bit. Notice how you're breathing right now. How's your natural breath? Can you feel where it enters your body, where it exits your body? Is it going into your chest or your belly? Is it shallow or deep? Once again, not needing to change it. Now, taking all of that into account, I'm going to show you now how just a little bit of posture adjustment and just a little bit of breathing, conscious breathing, is going to shift the overall way you think and feel. So go ahead and open your eyes. Take a moment and pull the flesh back from underneath your sit bones. That's pull your butt cheek to the side, so that your sit bones plant into the mat. Then we're going to exhale all the lungs out of our mouth. Squeeze the breath out till there's nothing left. Then focusing on your navel, on your belly button. Inhale through your nose and pull your navel in towards the spine and up, sitting up a little taller, and stretch out your lungs. Hold that for a moment. Hold that breath. Notice the tension in the body. Exhale out the mouth and relax the tension, still holding your navel in and up, especially through your hips, your legs, and your feet. Do that 2 more times. Inhaling through the nose, navel in and up. Exhaling out the mouth, relaxing hips, glutes, legs, feet. 1 more time on your own. Stretch the lungs. Squeeze the breath out again. Then focusing on your heart center. Inhale through the nose and lift the heart center up. Full breath in, pull the shoulders back. Exhale and relax the shoulders down. Relax the arms, the hands, your side body, your back. Hips, glutes, legs, and feet. Do that 2 more times. Stretch out your lungs. This is the workout. It's not your typical workout. Clear your lungs again. Squeeze them out till it's almost uncomfortable. Pause, and let's focus on the crown now. Imagine as if you had a cord attached to your crown. Inhale and lift the crown up. Fully lengthening your spine. Navel in up, chest up, crown up. Pause. Head back. Chin to chest. Exhale. Relax head, jaw, neck, shoulders, arms, side body, hips, glutes, legs, and feet. Clearing lungs. Do that 2 more times. Inhaling long spine. Root down through your tailbone. Rise up with the spine. Exhale. Relax everywhere else. If you can, scan your body. Feel it relax. Release. 1 more breath. Great. Now close your eyes again. Keeping your posture. Keep stretching out your lungs. Notice what shifted. Notice that your mind is more focused. Your emotions, your feelings, more at ease. Now maybe you found some extra tension, some stresses, some blockages in the body or in the emotions of the mind. That's fine. Breathe into those spaces. Actually consciously direct your mental awareness to those spots. Be present with them, and as if they had a pair of lungs of their own, breathe into that space. Inhaling, bringing the energy and awareness. Exhaling out the mouth, relaxing as best you can. Go 2 more breaths just like that. Open your eyes, bring your awareness back to me, but keep your internal focus flowing. Can you look at me? Can you look at the camera or something outside of yourself while at the same time maintain that same internal awareness as if your eyes were closed. Give a couple of breaths to practice that now. Now this ends up becoming the issue. Since we're physical beings, focusing with the eyes outside of the body, we tend to get lost in our lives thinking that life is around us, happening at us or to us, not recognizing that everything in your life is being processed internally, inside of the body. Before you know what it is on the outside, it has to be processed inside first. We're going to learn through our yoga practice how to do that manually, because you can shift your mind, you can shift your emotions, you can shift the way that you feel and act. It takes some time to master, but eventually it becomes intuitive, instinctual, and that's where we want to get. This is the closest you can get to having control over your whole life, honoring yourself, being honored by others to the utmost degree. It's a very challenging path. You have to cultivate courage along the way, and eventually you may develop faith as you develop an interconnectivity between yourself, your ego, your body, and the whole of the universe, source, spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, nature, all inside and outside of you. Recognizing that those two things go together. Yoga means union. It's a Sanskrit word that means union of mind, body, spirit, or as I like to call it, mind, body, and breath. So, we're going to warm up the spine now. We're going to go into a few poses, and it's going to be the same running theme. Eyes gently open, aware of what's happening outside of your body, but we're going to develop the stress, the pressure, the tension inside of the body so your mind grounds its awareness inside. Then all that's left to do is breathe. Breathe lots and lots of breath. If there's one thing I want you to stretch today, it's your lungs. Okay? So let's just start by focusing on a good full body breath. Bring your your left hand to your belly, your right hand to your chest. First, inhale through your nose and press your belly out. Keep breathing in until it comes up into your chest. Press your chest up. Then finish up through the lips. And hold. Take a moment to relax your body without using the exhale before exhaling. Chest falls, belly releases. Flex, squeeze the breath out. Do that again with me. Inhale into the belly. Inhale into the chest. All the way up to the nape of your neck. Until your whole body's inflated. Pause, absorb. Relax. And let it go. Right hand to your side ribs. Inhale into the belly first. Then into the side ribs. Press your hand out. All the way up to the nape of your neck. Pause, absorb, relax. Exhale, full release. Squeeze the side ribs in. Let the belly release and come in. Squeeze the lungs. One more breath like that. Relax the arms. If you're sitting cross-legged, go ahead and switch the cross of your legs. And actually, let's take a moment, just bring them out straight, shake them out. Shake out your ankles, bounce your knees, wiggle out your tailbone. You don't have quite enough room behind you.
Okay.
Alright, and then let's switch the cross of the legs. Alright, so the spine, besides the lungs, the spine is the number one thing that we're going to be focusing on. Your spine is your central nervous channel. It's what's communicating your mind with your emotions, with all of your sensations and feelings throughout the bodies. Arguably the most important part of your body because it's the information superhighway. So there's three primary ways that we exercise or warm up the spine. Arching it forwards and back, side to side, and around and around. Let's start with the twist. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Create space in your torso for a full body breath. And then exhale, twist going over to your left. Bring your right hand down to your left knee. Bring your left hand behind you onto fingertips. Press through your fingertips up. Big breath in. Exhale, holding on that knee. Pull yourself and twist around, looking as far over your shoulder and behind you as you can. Big breath in, lengthen the spine. Ground the tailbone down, lift the crown up. Exhale, twist a little further. See the line of your nose move a little further along the setting. Finding a soft to medium limit here. You shouldn't be comfortable, nor should you be uncomfortable. Breathe in that space. Two more big breaths. If you like, you can hook the outside of your wrist behind your leg for more leverage. Good. Inhale, slowly untwist, come back to front, lift the arms. And exhale, twist the other side. Left hand comes down to the right knee. Right fingertips behind you. Inhale, ground the tailbone down. Lift the spine and crown up. Exhale, twist further. If you're practicing this, bring the outside crease of your wrist, outside of your leg, hook and twist further. Note the difference between a soft, medium, and hard limit. Soft limit is where you're like, okay, yeah, I feel it now. Medium limit is, yeah, okay, this is starting to get uncomfortable. Hard limit is, uh-oh, I feel like I'm going to hurt myself. Don't go to your hard limit. Two more big breaths. Stretch your lungs to their soft, medium limit as well. Good. And inhale, slowly rise back up, coming forwards. Exhale, one quick counter twist to the original side. Inhale, rise back up and forwards. Hold a ball of energy above the head. Imagine if you're holding space above the head. And exhale, pull that energy down through and scan your body at the level of your hands. Feel your body. Come back to your original meditated seat. Close the eyes if you like. Check back in. Notice what's changed. Awesome. If you like, you can switch the cross of your legs here, or we're going to go right into it. We're going to bring our right hand down on the mat beside us and inhale our left arm up. Fill up your lungs. Soften your shoulder down. Relax the shoulder, but keep the hand reaching up. Then exhale, slowly arch to the side. You can come down more onto your hand or onto your forearm. Reach and open the side body here. Now, inhale through the nose and open up the chest. Pull the shoulder back, and if you can, look up. Planting that sit bone down. Don't let your butt come up. Exhale and reach further over, further down. Pressing the left hip to the left side, left sit bone down. Don't let your arm start falling in front of you. Don't bend the arm too much like this. We're reaching the arm with a little bend in the elbow. And then breathing in our nose, out our mouth. Keep it flowing. Two more big breaths. Good. Inhale, press into the bottom arm, rise back up, reach up. Bring the left hand down, exhale, arch over to the left side. Inhale, pull the shoulder back, open up the chest. This helps keep the spine straight. Exhale, reach further over, further down, keeping that right sit bone planted and the right hip reaching out to the right side. The workout here is being present with the stress, with the pressure, and breathing into it. This is how we brush our insides. 2 more breaths. And then inhale, rise back up. Hold the ball of energy above the head. Exhale, actually pull, engaging your muscles down, and scan your body at the level of your hands. Softening and growing awareness. Relax the whole body again, keeping the spine long. And as we do, we check back in. We keep checking back in with yoga over and over so that you can pull forth from what is in your unconscious realm into your conscious realm, giving you more manual control or influence over yourself. And believe it or not, it just takes presence. It doesn't take you thinking or feeling a certain way. Just keep on being present. Good. All right, let's come into a tabletop position now. So very gently, inhale, lift up the knees. Exhale, bring them down to the side and slowly turn over into a tabletop. Now in a proper tabletop position, we want our knees directly underneath our hips. We want our hands wide, stretched out, directly underneath our shoulders. So shift your shoulders forwards a little bit so you feel an even amount of pressure throughout both hands, not just in the wrists. Okay? Nice flat back here. We're going to arch the spine using the cat-cow pose. So we're going to inhale into cow, drop the belly, pick the head and tailbone up. Look up, and then exhale, arch the spine in the opposite direction into cat. Bringing the back high, head and tailbone under the body, like your head and tailbone were trying to touch. Inhale into cow. Drop the belly, pick the head and tailbone up. Much flex in your spine here as you can, much breath in as you can. And exhale, release, come into cat. Stretch that back as high as you can. Head and tailbone under as much as you can. Squeeze the lungs out as much as you can. Then repeat. Go at your own pace. I'm going to be quiet here for a few breaths, but keep filling up your lungs and bring your awareness to the pressure in your spine. Good to let out coughs, farts, burps, emotions, thoughts. Just be present with them. Let yourself have this experience. Two more breaths. And then back to tabletop. Let's rotate around the hips. Hip circles, inhale, bring them forwards. Exhale, rotate them back. You can bring your hands forwards a little bit more if you like. Time the breath and body motion together. Key to get you to feel more under control and notice how the breath and the body working together to give you much greater influence and awareness. Good, now switch direction. And spiral smaller and smaller circles till you're back to center. And now we're going to go into a quick downward facing dog into a sun salutation. That's one of the basic flows or vinyasa flows in yoga to exercise the whole body. Now we're not going to be going too intense here. Don't worry about what it feels like. We won't be holding these poses for very long. Bring your hands nice and wide and open to the outside edges of your mat, so that your your small fingers are touching the edges of the mat. Then shift your weight forwards, curl your toes under, and nice and slowly come onto the balls of the feet. A lot of bend in your knees at first. Lift your hips up, 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 and then press your heels down. Relax your neck and head, and drive the center of your chest down towards your toes. Still lifting the hips up. Take a couple of breaths here. In downward facing dog. Now, inhale, come forwards into a plank. Bring your chest forwards, move your shoulders over your wrists. Long line from your hips to your shoulders, and then exhale, slowly lower down, either onto your knees first, or reverse push up all the way to the mat. Flatten your feet. Pull your elbows into your side ribs. And inhale, press into your hands and rise up into a cobra. Filling up your lungs. Pull the shoulders back, open up the chest, and lift the chin. Exhale, lower back down. Curl your toes back under. Keep your elbows hugging your side ribs. Inhale, press back up into the full plank or onto your knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Now walk out your dog here. Pressing through one heel, bend the other knee forwards, and then switch. Now walk slowly, your feet all the way forwards to your hands. I'm going to walk this back a little bit. Now I want you just to hang in a ragdoll. Relax your whole body down and let the blood flow to your head. Cross your arms and gently sway from side to side, releasing your neck and head. Crown of your head facing towards the ground. Keep your breath flowing and just gently shake out your torso. Now bob it forwards and back. Shake out your head, big yeses. Shake out your head, big nose. Put the two together and into an infinity 8 wobble, or whatever feels good on your neck. Take a big breath in, and a full breath out, sigh, and let your arms back down, relax everything. Take 3 slow breaths to peel your spine up, one vertebrae at a time. Take your time. Save the neck and head for last. Bring it up. Inhale, lift your arms up. Look up towards your hands as they touch over your head. And give yourself a gentle back bend here. Exhale, press into your core, press into your hands, and bring your hands down through to your heart center. Just like our seated position, this is where we check in while we're standing. So feel your heartbeat. Observe your mind. Notice how you feel. Let's move through it one more time now. Inhale, swoop the arms down, out, and up overhead. Look up towards your hands, gentle back bend. Hook your pelvis under and forward. Scoop your pelvis. And then exhale, open up your arms, dive down to your feet. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Bring your hands to the tops of your shins. Press your chest and crown forwards. Keep your hips up. Then exhale, slide your hands down the sides of your legs and pull your chest in for a forward fold. Inhale, come back into a halfway lift. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back into your plank. Big breath in here. Exhale, slow reverse push-up down. Feet flat, elbows in. Inhale up to your desired height with the cobra. Can be a little bit, a lot, or if you're really flexible here, press into the tops of your feet and lift the knees up off the mat for a upward facing dog. Take a breath here. Exhale, slowly come back down to the mat. Curl the toes under, elbows in. Inhale, press into a plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk out your dog here. And press both heels down. Look up at your hands and take some big steps to come up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Relax into a ragdoll. Bend the knees, relax the arms and head. And inhale, peel up the spine. Keep breathing in, keep peeling up, 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 up. Keep breathing in as your arms lift up overhead. Hands together into a back bend. Exhale down to heart center. Checking in again. Notice your heart beating. Feel the pulse. Notice the mind. Awesome. Just enough time for a little Qigong. Let's face forwards now. You have a drink, take a sip. Now we're going to practice a little bit of Qigong, known as Taoist yoga. As yoga is union, study of mind, body, and breath together. Qigong is the study of the life force, the Qi, or prana as we call it in yoga. This constantly moving energy that's keeping your lungs breathing and your mind thinking and your heart beating and all of the things that you don't necessarily have to focus on because it happens automatically, right? Well, you can learn to do these things manually by starting to study the subtle energies flowing around you, but that you're not very aware of because you're too busy focusing on the human sensations, sight, smell, taste, touch. This bioelectric energy you notice through your empathy. When you enter in a room and it's tense, or it's really happening and things are exciting, all these different things, how do you know that these things are happening? Well, it's because of your subtle energy body connecting with other energy bodies in the room, feeding you information. Now, believe it or not, you can actually shift the feel of a space by shifting the way that you equalize out your physical energy center with your emotional energy center with your mental energy center, also called the dantians, lower, middle, and upper dantians. So let's get into a ready position now. We're going to measure out the space between our feet, 2 fist distance apart. Bending at knees, measure out the space between the feet. Toes to heels, 2 fist distance, and then come on up. Lift the toes gently up off the mat and sway your weight around in small circles. Bring your mental awareness down to the soles of your feet. Shifting weight, and then slowly spiraling the weight smaller and smaller circles till you find an even amount of pressure in both feet. Inhale through your nose and lift the toes up and out. Stretch them out. Exhale and bring the toes, pinky to big toe, down, gripping the ground with your feet. And then bring your awareness to your foundation and connect with your foundation. And bring your awareness to your knees. Lock out your knees so you know what that feels like. And then add a small bend to the knees, just out of lock. Hands on the hips. Scoop your pelvis under and forwards, just like we're doing before. You'll feel an engagement in your low abdomen as you do this. You'll feel like you're tensing up your butt a little bit. Scoop the pelvis under and forwards. We'll relax it here in a moment. And then just like your seated posture, inhale, pull your navel in and up, straightening out your torso, lifting yourself. Exhale out your mouth and relax your arms, your hips, your glutes, your legs, and your feet. Clear the lungs. Inhale up with the chest, the heart center lifts. Now, different from before, we're going to shift the shoulders back, but this time we're going to exhale and round the arms forwards. Pull your elbows to the front of the room. With a big round shape in between your arms, bring the hands to a palm-facing palm connection out in front of your belly. Clear your lungs. Then touch the tip of your tongue up against your upper palate behind your teeth. And inhale, rise up from your crown. Full breath in, long spine. Shift the head back, chin to chest. And exhale, relax head, jaw, neck, shoulders, arms, side body, hips, glutes, legs, and feet. So you have a nice, long, engaged midline, and everywhere else is relaxed as best as you can. Study this posture. This is a very good standing posture as is. Breathe into it. Then let's breathe into the space in between our hands and cultivate some qi right out of the air. Inhaling through the nose, expand the space between your hands and your arms a bit. Exhale out your nose and press on the space as if you're pressing on a ball in between your hands. Inhale, grow the energy. Exhale, condense and solidify it. Inhale. Exhale, both in and out the nose to cultivate more energy, more awareness. Feel your palm facing palm connection as you inhale, as if you had a rubber band stuck between your hands. Stretch the energy. As you exhale, it naturally wants to come back in together. Use your mind and your imagination if you don't feel it quite yet. As you practice, you begin to cultivate an awareness, this feeling of buzzing, electricity, warmth, or heat in between your hands and arms. This is your nervous system beginning to stretch outside of your physical body. Let's go one more breath here. Exhale, hold the ball of energy in front of the abdomen, in front of your belly. And you've just cultivated some chi. Don't know how much exactly. We're going to use this energy to smooth out the torus. Now the torus, or toroidal field, is this big donut-shaped energy field connecting your internal and external body. We're going to direct the palms face in towards the abdomen, and inhale through the nose, rise the hands up the midline overhead. Reach the hands up, stretch the body, stretch the lungs, then soften the shoulders, elbows, wrists, and exhale, moving the hands down the outside edges of the torus. Big donut-shaped energy field. Breathe out, all the way out, so the hands are down, and then inhale, move them back up the midline. Full breath in, reach, stretch, exhale, soften. Still breathing in and out the nose. And you can finish out the lips, giving you more range with your breath. Keep flowing, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Do a few times in this direction. This is the fire direction of the torus. So you're burning through blockages between your physical, emotional, and mental energy centers. And exhaling out the smoke and what doesn't serve you in this moment. Learning how to do this manually on a regular basis is how you harmonize the instrument that is your physical, mental, and emotional self. As you'll begin to discover here. Let's go one more in this direction. Inhale up to your heart center. And exhale, reverse. Bring the palms face down. Exhale, press the energy down the midline. Turn the palms face out. And inhale, like evaporating water, float the arms up overhead. Just like we're doing seated, hold the energy ball above the head. Look up, and exhale, pull it down through, scanning your body at the level of your hands. All the way down through to the soles of your feet. Inhale, evaporating water-based chi floats up. Hold like clouds above the head, and exhale, pull it down through, raining through, and fill up mind, mental body, heart, emotional body, and abdomen, physical energy center, center of your body. Inhale up. Exhale, scan, and fill the body with conscious energy. Two more breaths. Exhale and move the energy down to your lower dantian, your lower abdomen, found beneath the navel. So bring palm over palm at your belt line. And just as before, check in. Notice how significantly your thoughts and feelings have shifted. even for me, who's practiced this every single day for years now. It's not a matter of having more experience. Though more experience will enable you to do this more consciously, more instinctually, more automatically, which is extremely good for your health and your overall reality and your capacity to shift your reality how you would like. And I guide a series of different practices. We're really just barely scraping the surface of the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more involved. So if you would like more practices with me, I can send you along links to videos. We can schedule practices together. If you like to do these regular Saturday morning yoga lessons, do let me know. Bring your arms down, relax the body, and walk in place. And then just shake out. Shake out legs and arms. Bounce into the heels and wiggle out your hips, your torso, your neck, and your head. And smile. Make a big smile on your face. Hold that smile for 30 to 60 seconds as you shake. Feel ridiculous. Release some endorphins into your system. Create a positive neural association, even if you brought up some hard thoughts or hard feelings today or some confusion or whatever. Let it go. Good. Inhale, bring the arms back up overhead. Hands together. Exhale, press them, pull them down to your heart center. Take one more moment to feel your heartbeat. Give gratitude to yourself for showing up today. Gratitude for one another. Gratitude for this practice and the space that you're in to practice. We often end our practices with a small bow and saying namaste. This essentially means the light or life force within me honors the light and the life force within you. Thank you. I'll connect with each of you to see how you're feeling and see about possibly continuing this practice. I highly encourage you, no matter what, take some time to invest in yourself every single day, even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes. Take some space, focus internally on your breath and some different postures, warm up, and you'll feel that much more in harmony with yourself throughout the day. Okay. Take care, y'all. Talk to you soon.